Assalamu alaikum, dear students. My today's lecture is for class 12th students, and today our topic is Box and Cox. It's one among the famous plays of John Maddison Morton. John Maddison Morton, born in 1811 and died on 1891, was son of a famous dramatist, namely Thomas Morton. Thomas Morton was his father, and he was also a famous dramatist. John Maddison Morton is well-known and famous English playwright. His most famous work is Box and Cox, written in 1847. There are other his famous works, which are A Desperate Game, written in 1853, Woodcock's Little Game, written in 1864, Drawing Rooms, Second Floor, etc. are his other famous works. First of all, I would like to give you introduction of the play Box and Cox. What the play is about. Box and Cox. Box and Cox is an extremely interesting comedy by J.M. Morton. As I told you, it's a famous play written by John Maddison Morton. Here, the writer dramatizes a very funny situation in which a lady named Mrs. Bouncer rents out her apartment to two different tenants. The landlady takes advantage of the different working hours of Box and Cox. Box is working in a printing press in the night shift. He comes to his apartment in the morning. Cox, on the other hand, leaves in the morning. He works with a hat maker and returns late in the evening. It gives rise to many humorous situations in the play. Mrs. Bouncer is clever enough to handle all these situations. But one day she stands exposed. Cox comes back as his master has declared a holiday. He comes to the apartment where Box has already come. Before the final exposure, there is a lot of entertainment on account of the presence of both of them in the apartment. One does not know about the presence of the other. The end becomes exciting when both the tenants drag Mrs. Bouncer out and ask her, "Whose room is this?" The poor, helpless lady has to confess that it belongs to both of them. Thus, the play is full of humor from the beginning to the end. This was a little introduction about the play Box and Cox. There are three main characters in the play. One is John Box, who is a printer, and James Cox, who is a hatter, and Mrs. Bouncer, a lodging housekeeper. Before discussing these characters one by one, because in the examination tomorrow you may be asked about the characters of the play. As I told you, there are three main characters: John Box, James Cox, and Mrs. Bouncer. These three characters we will discuss separately. I would like to discuss these lectures and discuss these characters one by one with you, but for this I have to discuss one character in one lecture. I cannot discuss all the characters in a single lecture. So inshallah, in the next lecture I will give you a whole summary. This was just a little introduction about the play Box and Cox. In the next lecture I will give you a detailed summary of the play Box and Cox, and then in the upcoming lectures I will discuss these characters one by one with you, so that it could be easy for you to get these characters, to know about these characters, so that tomorrow in the examinations you can write, if you are asked to write about the characters in the play. So thank you.